It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS.
Cory, I'm curious how you would break that down in the same, if you're seeing very similar stuff. I also want to throw this, I don't know if it's a wrench in the system, or I want to throw this extra nuance out there, which is, how do you feel like sort of different personality profiles play into that? Because as a person, I am very much that COO type person. Like I actually have a huge amount of respect for Dan, because I never want to be in the seat that Dan's in. I sort of have adopted the moniker of being second, and which is a whole book I'm writing and whatever, how to be second, which does not sound sexy, but for me is the greatest thing in the whole world.
Right.
And so,
right.
Cory, tell us about, like, break down that 0 to 3 million and where are the ceilings, right? We call that breaking through the ceilings. And tell us about where you would perceive that. And then also this added nuance of, like, do you think that's different for different personality types?
Well, I'll say this much. I mean, the one thing that comes with that 0 to 3 million is there are so many moving parts that Dan can't even go into in detail that he didn't mention, right? I mean, you have all these different elements to when your business grows, right? You add people. When you add people, you add HR compliance, you add insurance requirements, you add the different elements and statutes and laws that come into play, and you have to have the right people around you in order to make sure that occurs. And it might be somebody internally that you know that's really great and smart at it. It might be having to work through your networks, but all of that takes time. And that time is invaluable. And when you relate that back to the personalities of the people that own these businesses, you're right. Somebody like Dan or I that would own a business, we want to be on the front lines. We want to be doing everything. We want to be first. We don't want to be second. We want to be first. But we need to read your book that you're coming out with, because at the end of the day, you have to take a back seat. You have to know where you can trust, where you can delegate, where you can really put the heart of your business and know that it's safe, so you can focus on that growth, because no one's going to have the passion to grow it the way that you will. Right. And so I think it's interesting you bring up personalities, Nathan, because starting out, the personality that Dan has might actually be a better suited personality to get the business off the ground than, say, you, Nathan.
Oh, yes.
But in that 500 to 1 million or 500 to 2 million range, you're absolutely the one that would be the person that's taking it above reproach when it comes to how to address the business, know when to step off, know when to delegate, where Dan and I would just be spinning our heads trying to figure out.
I have three more ideas for everybody.
Right. Why we don't have complete control of every single element going on in the business. And so that comes down to self-reflection. It comes down to really paying attention to who you are and being able to admit where you fit in the equation. Because when it's your business, never forget this, when it's your business, the only thing that matters is what's right for your business, not your ego, not how you feel, not what makes you feel good at night. It's what's right for your business. And it's the same reason that you see organizations, when they get to that level of, whether it makes sense to go public or stay private, or, all these big business decisions that you make, regardless of the size of your business, you have to look at it from something other than yourself. But remember, it started when it was yourself, right? It started with your passions. It started with your desires and your needs. And that is a very difficult adjustment to make as human beings. And that's where you have to have the right people around you. You have to be able to take a step back and self-reflect.